Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to exhibition game between the dudes. These are two draft teams for the time travel draft season, and we're right about to get started here. It's going to be Warren Spahn on the mound and Tom facing Tom Seaver. Let's see. Against the Chomskys, Jimmy Pearsall, followed by Nellie Fox, the second baseman, Keith Hernandez at first base, the Roberto Clemente in right field, batting cleanup, Gene Tennis, recent pickup from the group over New York, the catcher, batting sixth, batting seventh is shortstop. Rick Manning, the center fielder, batting eighth, and Tom Terrific, ninth. The defense for the dudes, Gus Zernial in left field, Mickey Mantle in center, and Dwight Evans in right. Around the horn is Kenny Reitz at third base, Honus Wagner, the shortstop, David Lopes at second base, and Eddie Murray at first. Gary Carter's behind the plate, and Warren Spahn is on the mound. So we get started. It's 2d6, and the red represents the pitcher. What color do I have in there? Let me get these out. The yellow will represent the batter, and then the gamble. And when there's doubles, we're going to pull a gamble card. We're going to keep it as simple as possible. I may make some mistakes on some. I was reading about the pitcher ratings, and I know that the ace cancels out Seaver's tough. That's nice to know now. So he's canceled out, and all players are stars when there's runners on base for an ace pitcher, which is nice. That's be Warren Spahn against Jimmy Pearsall. Let's get started. And here's the pitch, and that is going to be off the bat, or a 6 off Pearsall, and that is a slow ground ball. Out number 1 of the 2020-2021 exhibition season. Time travel baseball. That's going to be off the pitcher. That's going to be an 8, and that is a strikeout. So Spahn strikes out really a player that's almost impossible to strike out. Nellie Fox. I mean, he was known for, just never whiffing at all. But he gets a whiff here. All right, it's going to be Keith Hernandez. He's a left-handed hitter. We're going to switch him over just so we visually can visualize him batting from the left side. The Chomskys at Dudes in exhibition game number 1. We will play a bunch of exhibition games to learn the game. This is a brand new game to me. So I'm working out the kinks, if you will. Here's Warren Spahn with the pitch to Keith Hernandez. And that's going to be a 7. That's a take a gamble. On, see what that becomes. That's a single. A center fielder 3 gets a great jump and makes a diving, sliding, rolling catch. And I believe Mickey Mantle should be a 3. I didn't write down any of the, but just I imagine him to be a 3. No, he's a 2, so it drops in there. And just double check. Yep. All right, so base hit. First base hit of the exhibition season. And that's attributed to Keith Hernandez. And it's Bobby Clemente. The Bobby Clemente. Here's a pitch, and that is a 4. That's a foul ball. That is on the right side. Eddie Murray over near the stands and makes the catch to retire the side. All right. So the Chomskys lead 1, score none, and we go to the bottom of the first. It's Honus Wagner leading off against Tom Terrific, the franchise. That's a 9 off the franchise, and that's an infield pop-up. Shortstop under it. Burleson squeezes it for the out, 1 away. And here's Davey Lopes, the daring second baseman. That's a 7. That's a take a gamble. And nobody's on, and this is going to be a high fly out center field. Careless. And no, he's not careless. There's a single due to poor position. Wait a second. They are careless because they are. Yeah, I'm not adding the numbers just yet, so I'm going to use the careless for the visitor. So it is careless a single due to poor positioning. Unless he's a center fielder 3 positioned correctly, and he makes. So he gets a bad read off a ball in the gap, and Manning after it. And he chases it down, reaches out for it at the last minute, and somehow made the catch. And that's 2 outs. Here's Dwight Evans. That's a 5, and that's a sharp ground out. Hit to the shortstop. Burleson fires to first. And the side is retired. We go to the top of the second. Gene Tennis. Yeah, that's a 5. It's a slow ground ball. Third baseman Reed's charging, barehands it. Has plenty of time. Over to first. 1 down. Rudy York. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a strikeout. 2 down. And Rick Burleson. That's a 5, and that is right back to the pitcher, Spahn. Over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Mickey Mantle in the bottom of the second. And that's a 5 off Mantle. That's ball 4, so Mantle's on first. Gary Carter. That is a 10, and that's a short single. Question mark if they're from the same side, and they are. So that's going to be turns into a strikeout. And here's Eddie Murray. I believe he was a switch hitter. I guess, yeah, that when there's no rating, that means switch hitter. So he's going to bat from both sides. So let's fix that. All right. This league is going to play against 50 54 of them, and somebody else plays another 54 of them. I play the home games, the home team. That's why I should have maybe been the home team today, and the dude should have been the visiting team. But we're doing it this way today. After that, I'll adjust it. So Eddie Murray against Tom Terrific with a runner on first and only one out. First pitch, and that is doubles. So we're going to pull a card. Let's. Is it a pitcher or is it a batter? It's going to be a batter, a 3-3 or extra effort. And that's what that means is I pull out that's the instructions because I don't know what extra effort means. Let's see if that's in here somewhere. Extra effort. One thing for flash symbols. Okay. Advanced game. Extra effort. Al, Red Sox fan, how you doing, brother? This is a tourney game here. Well, a tourney exhibition game, practice game. I'm looking what extra effort means. I have no idea what extra effort means. Looking it up. Pitching coach, advanced, joker, blah, 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 extra effort. Let me see. All right, so that's a 3-3 extra effort. You know what? I'm just going to, until I figure out what it is, I'm not going to hold up the game because I want to play through this and I'll find out what it means. And then next game. So what we'll do is we'll just read it from the flashcard as we normally would. Oh, careless. Let me see. I'm going to keep on looking and see. Maybe it's at the end. Rundowns, ballparks, poor, extra effort. Ballpark blast. I have no extra effort here. Let me go through one time. Looking for extra. Oh, there it is. Are automatic singles when the infield is playing in. Oh. Okay, but that's not the case here. The infield's not playing in, so what does it become? Maybe that's to him. I saw one extra effort there. I'm looking for extra effort, and you know what? I'm just going to play it off the card, and somebody will tell me what it means and what to do with that next time. They will watch this when they get a chance, and they'll be like, "Oh, you know what that means?" All right. So what I'm going to do is I pull this card. So I'm going to pull the card. I'm going to read. There's a runner on base. So let's just read it. Mickey Mantle. So there's a runner on first, single, center field, runner to third, batter to second, on throw, alert, runner stops At second base, batter holds. So we are not alert. We are careless. So batter to second on throw. So now it's going to be second and third on that single. And that sets up, that brings up Kenny Reitz. Wait a second. Let's see what the lineup, if that's the correct lineup. Give me a second. I got the lineup sent to me, so I want to make sure I set it up properly. And I got to plug in my phone as well. Hold on here. No, Zernial is up. So let's switch that in the lineup. Zernial goes, and then Reitz is after him. Okay, done. So it's going to be Gus Zernial up. And he had 262. Guy could some pop, little pop. And here goes. Pitch. Ooh, it's a double two, and that is off the batter, and a 22 is a strikeout. So we got lucky there. That is out number 2. And here comes Kenny Reitz. See what happens. And that is a 9 off the pitcher, and that's popped up. That retires the side. Nelly Fox squeezes it for the out, and we move on. Wow, that was heavy duty. We just got out of that one. All right, Rick Manning is up, and he's a lefty, so we're going to switch him around. Let's get the crowd back into this game. Suddenly it died on us. That's terrible. And let's get some to drink. Pitch to Manning. It's a 9 off Manning's card. And that's ripped to short. Wagner scoops it, lets it fly, and gets his man by half a step. All right, Tom Terrific is up. He's a pitcher at bat. Not a very good card. That's a 4. That's a foul ball. And Kenny Reitz reaches for it in the stands and pulls it out. Great catch by Kenny Reitz. And now it's Jimmy Pearsall leading it off. That's a 5. That's a slow ground ball to the shortstop. Wagner waits back, now charges, fires the first, and he gets his man. 3 up, 3 down. Go to bottom of the third. Tom Terrific against Warren Spahn. And that is that's doubles. So we're going to pull a card and see what's. Again, it's off the batter. And that's a 12. That's a line drive base hit. Drops in front of Pearsall. And Warren Spahn got himself a knock. He's on the first base. He was Honus Wagner. And that's a 3 off the pitcher. That's a deep fly ball to center field. Rick Manning on the track and hauls it in. So Wagner gave it a ride, but did not have the carry. Wind must be blowing in. Here's Davey Lopes with an 11. And that is going to be a single. Davey Lopes lines one into left center field. Spahn is going to stop at second. So they're hitting Seaver today. Here's Dwight Evans. And that's an 8. That's chopped. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It could be the third baseman. Hold on a second. They could get the runner at third on this, I believe. Pitcher image, lead runner. Pitcher image. So you get the lead runner. They're going to go, I guess, tennis steps on the bag. No throw to first. That's out number 2. Runners on first and second. And here's Mickey Mantle. And here's a pitch from Sievert. Oh, that's snake eyes. That's trouble. This is off the pitcher. That's a deep drive off the bat of Mantle. Back goes Manning to the track, to the wall, looks up, and that's out of here. 3-0 Dudes. Mickey Mantle drives that Sievert fastball deep into the San Antonio night. Gary 3-0 Dudes. Gary Carter now with an 8, and that's strike 3, and that retires the side, but not before a big shot by Mickey Mantle. Mick. And here's Nellie Fox leading off. Top of the 4th. And that's an 8. That's a ground ball. Comebacker to the pitcher who throws out Fox. 1 down. Keith Hernandez. Yeah, that's an 8 off the pitcher. That's a strikeout. And here's Bobby Clemente. And that's a 7. That's Take a Gamble. Nobody on base. It's a 3-2 consult umpire batter, image walk. Rookie batter strikeout, pitcher image strikeout. I don't think he's a rookie in 61. I'm not sure. So batter image walk. Let's see. And that is a batter image, so it's going to be a walk. Base on balls. And here's Gene Tennis. And that's a 6 off the pitcher, and that's a ground ball to second baseman. Flips to the shortstop, Wagner, and that retires the side. They leave 1, score none, and after 3.5, it's 3-0 Dudes. Here's Eddie Murray against Tom Terrific, and that is an 8. It's a hard hit ground ball to Fox, and he gets Murray. Here's Gus Zernial, and that's a 10, and that is going to be a strikeout, a splits strikeout. 2 down, and Kenny Reitz with a 6. We're going to pull a card, 3-3, and that's the batter, 3-3, and that's ball 4. So Seaver walks Reitz, and here's Spahn, who got a single earlier in the day. That's a 10, and that's another single. So Spahn is, don't know, that's actually off the pitcher. That's a strikeout. Rudy York leading off in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch from Spahn. That's a 6 off Spahn. That's a sharp ground ball to Honus Wagner. 1 down. Rick Burleson. And that's an 8 off Burleson's card, and that's chopped to third. Reitz. 2 down. And here's Rick Manning. That's a 9er, but it's off Manning, and that is another hard ground ball. This time to Wagner again, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here's a Seaver facing Honus Wagner. It's a 5, and that is hit to Nellie Fox, and he throws out Honus Wagner. Davey Lopes with a 9, and that's popped up. Rick Burleson under it, out number 2. And Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans is a righty, batting 3rd in the lineup tonight. There's the pitch from Seaver, and that's a 9. That's a hard ground ball up the middle. Will Burleson get there? He does. And he throws him out. Great play by Burleson, covering a lot of ground. Top of the 6th. And that is a 4. That's a foul ball. First baseman, Keith Hernandez. Eddie Murray makes the catch. 1 away. So where are we? All right, Jimmy Pierce holds up. Now, the Chomskys have really struggled offensively. They've only managed 1 hit against Spahn here. who's a workhorse, so he doesn't get tired. That's going to be a 3, and that is ball 4. So he walks the pitcher, not a good sign. Out comes the manager, Scott. He's going to talk to Spawn. He's saying, "Hey, Spawny baby, you doing all right? This is an exhibition season. We don't want to push you too long." All right, so they're going to leave him in, and it's that was Jimmy Pearsall who walked. And here's a pitch to Nellie Fox. We're going to try a hit and run, see if we can get something going. Nellie Fox has a good, and that's going to be an 8. Oh, that's a strikeout, and strike him out, throw him out. Like that's, let me see, strikeout, lead runner caught stealing, others advanced. Daring runner on second steals. Daring runner on second steals third. Yeah, no. All right, so it's a strikeout and a caught stealing, and that backfires. And that retires the side, I believe. Yep, Mickey Mantle leading off. Now, Mickey Mantle has done the damage for the dudes. He is the dude's dude. Hey there, Daryl. How you doing, brother? SDG replays. This game has all kinds of sets. You can make your own cards. It's unlimited what you can do here. All right, this is a 10 off Seaver, and that's going to be a strikeout. So he strikes out Mickey Mantle. He gets a little revenge. Mantle hit a 3-run shot. It's 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. The dudes are up over Cards and Dice Team Chomsky's. And that's an 11. That's going to be off Gary Carter, and that is a drive down the line. Pulls it, and that's going to be fair territory. Questionable call by the umpire, but Jimmy Pearsall is going to play it off the wall. And Carter is chugging in. He's going to try for 2. Here's the throw, and he is out. No! Nellie Fox drops the ball. Oh, my goodness. Eddie Murray. And they're going to intentionally walk Eddie Murray to try to get that. Oh, no. I hit the wrong one. There, intentional walk. We're going to try to set up for the double play. There's a pitch from Seaver. That's a 6, and that's a strikeout. 2 down, 2 on. Kenny Reitz. And that's an 11, but it's going to be off Seaver, and that's ball 4, so the bases are loaded. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. We're going to get somebody up in the bullpen. Tom Seaver against Warren Spahn. Spahn is 2 for 2. He's got a heck of a card. He's a battler bat. And that is a 5. And that's ball 4. So that forces in a run. 4-0. And Honus Wagner with the bases loaded. So one more batter needs, well, he's a workhorse, but one more batter we're going to pull him. That's an 8 off of Honus Wagner. That's a comebacker to Seaver. And he's going to throw him out at first to retire the side. But the dudes pick up another run. They lead at 4-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Warren Spahn versus Keith Hernandez, Roberto Clemente, and Gene Tennis. Doubles, so you pull a gamble card on this and you look at the picture. It's a picture of a batter. So 4-4 on Keith Hernandez is going to be a strikeout, but it's got a solid dot. I don't know what that means. Let's see what that means. Hold on a second. See what that solid dot means. A bullet, if you will. Not totally sure what that is. So there's a couple of different pages here. That could be a hit and run master with 2 outs. with 2 outs, or less than 2 outs. That's what that could mean. Otherwise, I don't know what else it would mean. It looks like, because the what's on the cards doesn't always look like what's actually on the chart, because on the chart it's bigger and you can actually see it clearly. So it's kind of tricky. So we're going to ignore that. We're going to just call it a strikeout. I don't know what that big old bullet means. It could just be that he's a hit and run master type thing. All right, so that's going to be a strikeout, 1 away. Here's Bobby Clemente. Pitch from Spahn. That's a 6 off Clemente, and that is a slow ground ball to the third baseman, Reitz. 2 down. And it's Gene Tennis. And that's a 3. That's ball 4, so Tennis is on with a walk. And here's Rudy York. That's a 6 and a sharp ground ball to Wagner, who flips to Lopes to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Davey Lopes is up. And that's a 6 off Lopes, and it's grounded to Nelly Fox. Has trouble getting out of his glove, but just gets him. Dwight Evans, 1 down. That's an 8. That's a strikeout. Mickey Mantle had a 3-run homer. It's 4-0. That's a 3. It's ball 4. Mickey Mantle walks, and here's Gary Carter. Pitch from Seaver. Oh, that's doubles. We're going to pull, and that's going to be off the, looks like off the pitcher. And a 5-5. It's going to be a little blooper that dunks in there. Manning plays it quickly. First and second. And we'll double check that that's short single. Yep. And that is the 6th hit allowed by Seaver. Not too bad. Eddie Murray with 2 outs. And that is a 7. That's a high fly ball to right field. Clemente in the gap, and he chases it down to retire the side. Rick Burleson leading it off. It's going to be Burleson, Manning, and Seaver. And that's a 6 off of Spahn, and that's a roller to short. Wagner, 1 down. Here's Manning. Manning with a 4 off Manning, and that's a fly ball to in the gap, and after it is Mantle and Evans, and it's Mantle who comes up with it. 2 down. And we're not doing any pinch hitters. We're going to let Seaver bat. And it's a 9, and that's going to be an infield pop-up. The first baseman under it. And he makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-0 Dudes. Gus Zernial is a pitch, and that is a 5 off Zernial. That's a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit into left field. Zernial's on with a base knock. Kenny Reitz. Snake Eyes. Pull a card. It's going to be off the pitcher, and that is a deep drive off the bat of Reitz, and that is over the fence. It's 6-0, and that is all for Tom Terrific today. We will pull out, and we're going to use the shutout card for Warren Spahn. We forgot to do that in the 7th, I believe. That starts in the 7th. I always forget. Let's see. Let's get a pitcher here, a new pitcher. Not a belly itcher. Pitcher. We're going to bring in reliever Joe Beggs. He's in there for Seaver. Joe Beggs. He had a doesn't say too much about him on this card. I got to write stuff. I got to make little notes so I know, a little bit more about these players. He's a righty, and he will be facing Warren Spahn. And here's a pitch with nobody out. It's 6-0, and it's a 4, which is a sharp ground ball hit at Tennis. Tennis bobbles it, now fires the first and gets his man. Not a very good fielder, Tennis is at third base. He's a 0. Pretty embarrassing, but we got a better third baseman than that. And here's the pitch from Beggs to Wagner. That's a 9 off Wagner, and that's ripped to short. Burleson, he fires. Low throw, scooped out by Hernandez. 2 down. Davey Lopes. And that's a 7. That's a high fly ball to center field. Cannon corn for Ricky Miller. He squeezed it for the out. Last licks for the Chomskys. Warren Spahn has a 1-hitter. We're using a shutout card now. We remembered to do that. So unfortunately, Cards and Dice, the team sponsored by Cards and Dice, is losing 6-0 here. But this is a split squad game. We have a doubleheader. This is the first game of a doubleheader. And it's Jimmy Pearsall here in the top of the 9th inning. And that's an 8 off Pearsall. That's a ground ball. Wagner feels it and throws him out. Here's Nellie Fox. Nellie Fox is 0 for 3. That's doubles. Doubles off the pitcher, 4-4. That's a strikeout. Still don't know what that bullet means. I got to find that out. I will for next game. This is exhibition. Doesn't matter. 2 outs. So I was going to say the Mets. The Chomskys are down to their last out, and again it's doubles 4-4. Either way, it's a strikeout on both cards, and strikeout there as well. And that retires the side, and that's the ball game. Not only does it retire the side, but Warren Spahn with a gem beats the Chomskys on a 1-hitter. Holy smokes! Warren Spahn, a loser, is going to be Tom Terrific, who just didn't have it today. Just didn't have it today. Yes, sirree. And let me give you a quick recap. It was a 3-run homer by Mantle. 3-run homer by Mantle in the bottom of the 3rd that gave the dudes all the runs they need, because the Chomskys couldn't muster any kind of offense whatsoever against Warren Spahn. Holy smokes. He is a beast on the mound. And that's about it. It was no runs, 1 hit, a 1-hitter, 1-hit gem by Spahn. It was for the Chomskys, it was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on base. The dudes had 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 8 left on base. So we're going to find out a couple of things, right? We're going to find out what that bullet means. Don't know what that means here on 4-4. So we're going to look through the rules. We're going to do some research, ask around, find out what that bullet means, and then we'll come back a little bit later with another game to see if the Chomskys can get some revenge, because they look terrible. Holy smokes. They really did look terrible. So the final score here in Southwest Texas is the Dudes 6 and the Chomsky 0. The only hit for the Chomskys was a hit by Keith Hernandez, and I think that was in the 1st inning. After the 1st inning, that was it, and we can check that. We can look at the How do you look at that? Play by play. Ah, that's how you do it. Yeah, it was Nellie Fox. Keith Hernandez hits a medium line drive for a single in the first inning, and after that, it was a no hitter for the next eight innings. Bleacher Bones Gaming. How do you like the game, Tony? Well, my team just got shut out. Got one hit by Warren Spahn, so I'm not happy about that. And I have a bunch of good hitters, but we just could not. Nothing went our way. So, and a strikeout with a hit and run is deadly. Like an automatic, strike him out, throw him out. So you got to watch out that you don't hit a strikeout. And a guy like Warren Spahn has plenty of strikeouts there. He's got a strikeout at 8. And then, of course, whoever I was hitting running with, I don't know, whatever I rolled, it was a strike. Yeah, it was an 8. It just so happens I rolled on the strikeout. So the game is, it's fun. It's easy to play. It's one of those that I put into the fun category. It's a fun game. You don't have to do a lot of thinking. It's got it's got a few. You can play the advanced version that has a lot more going on. But I don't need that. I have other games for that. So I want to keep it simple. It has a lot of little qualities, symbols, and not all of them are really easy to identify. Like right now, I'm looking for a bullet, and I can't really seem to find it anywhere. It's got stars, it's got black stars, it's got plus signs, it's got asterisks, it's got exclamation marks, it's got question marks. It's got a lot of stuff going on, and it's not always really clear where that is in terms of what does the bullet mean. So I'm looking through the rules to try to see. But I'm really digging Fall Classic. I've been playing Fall Classic nonstop. And I got C all the way up to the end of August. So I got one more month for my 67 replay, and then I can show all the stats for that. And then I'm going to replay another season. Yeah, I don't see that bullet. The big old bullet, I don't see it anywhere. Just make sure you don't have it in your new game there, Bleacher Bums. Just make sure you don't have too much addition. Don't start adding crazy numbers like, add 2d10 and then add a 7 and then add a 9 and then you get 37 and then you got to calculate all that. By the time I calculate all that, I forgot what I'm supposed to do with the other guy. So I'm thinking that that's a hit and run master symbol. That bullet is a hit and run master symbol. I got to get the classic rules. These are newer rules, updated rules, and I think that's what's throwing me off. They sent me the printouts for the classic rules, so I got to pull those out so I can maybe understand those a little bit better. Because these are like classic. These are cards created by players, by gamers, and they don't always have the same color, the same design. I'm sure that cards created by the company are going to match these designs exactly. You see, like they have all these designs, power numbers, and then they have the wrap symbol and the clutch hitting in green. It's a green check mark, and then they have clutch pitching, which is a red check mark. This doesn't have that. This is all in black and white. I print my cards in black and white. So pinch hit looks a lot like power. They're both blasts. So how do I know which one has a little yellow in the center? The other one is all red. This hit and run marker is like a target. So that's what that bullet could mean. It could mean that if he's a hit and run specialist, then it's not a strikeout. And Jimmy Pearsall is not a hit and run specialist as far as I can see. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure exactly. Well, and where would it say if you're a hit and run specialist? I know that's another question. So I got to find out what the bullet means. So that's about it for now. I will be back later with another game once I figure out what the bullet means. Pick another couple of pictures and run through another couple of pictures. This is CP Cards and Dice saying keep on gaming, guys. Enjoy our hobby. It's a great hobby. Take care.